Okay, this is Reverend Joseph Andrew Jensen Sr. I guess it would be my 15th podcast, maybe 16th podcast, probably 16th podcast. This will let you know that tomorrow is payday for me. God's answered my prayers. I mean, it's like I know what to do. I had four places to move into, and nobody's replied for me to go. Of course, my situation here was limited to tomorrow. Now my daughter's agreed to let me stay one more week because tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the morning today, or tomorrow morning, my paycheck will be deposited, and I will immediately put $400 on the chime card, my son's chime card, so he can get his car from the shop tomorrow morning. He was planning to come get me and take me to Florence and everything else, stay in motels or whatever. But I'm flying to Jordan. I'm flying to Cairo instead. My plane ticket's like $556 to fly to Jordan on the next week, next Thursday. I'll pay for that ticket right now, tomorrow morning. And when I pay for that ticket, I'm also booking my room, which my room is going back to Cairo to stay at the Safari Hotel. But this time the Safari Hotel is arranged through Expedia, and Expedia has me set up to get a double room with one king-size bed plus breakfast for $6 a night. And I will stay there 27 days. My visa is only good for 30, so I'll stay there for 27 days to give me 3 days travel. And what I'll do is, it costs $215 to stay where I'm going to stay, in that double room with the king-size bed, which is a lot better, plus breakfast for $215 for 27 nights. Now, then I will fly from Cairo to Amman, Jordan, which is right there at the West Bank. And then I will go live on the West Bank. I do not need a visa to get to the West Bank in Palestine for 90 days. There's no visa. I can stay 90 days. It might cost me something for a 90-day stay. I'm not sure, but it's supposed to say free up tonight. I don't need a visa for 90 days. Anyway, I will stay the full 90 days. That means I'll be staying September, October, and November in Palestine, where while I'm in Egypt, I'm going to Egypt. Selena, my travel agent I've known for over 2 years, she's going to join me as my secretary when she can. Right away, she's going to take my website and transcribe it into Arabic. The same website, she's just going to transcribe the words in Arabic. And I start my own version, my next version of my website, and we will open a store, a web store that's meant for Egypt and Jordan to do business, where God's coin will be available, both to the Egyptians and the Jordans, in Jordan, for the dinar and for the Egyptian pounds. Because Selena is agreeing that once I start making money, that to be my secretary, once the website should be making money right away. And once they start making money right away, then she can quit her other job and be with me. She also has a brother that's a producer, just graduated as a producer to become a producer in the film industry. She has a sister that's graduating next month that's been studying to be a tour guide, and she graduates next month. I'm hoping that God's choosing the whole family to work with me. They can be my translators. I think Selena's the only one that speaks English fluently. They can be my translators and also teach me how to speak Arabic and Egyptian, which is really cool. This is what I see that God's been doing. I also will get my phone in Cairo. I will get my phone in Cairo from Orange Internet, where I'll be making commercials when I can afford to. And I'm sure that Selena's brother will be able to help get those produced to make the commercials. Just for YouTube. Just for YouTube is free to put on YouTube. So we'll make the videos to put on YouTube. They don't necessarily, have to be on TV if they're on the videos, and they'll be on my websites so that you can see it in Arabic and in English. Because they can all teach me English and Arabic and Egyptian, that's going to be, and they'll also be my translators. It's really cool. This is also the fact that as soon as I get done, I have 27 days in Cairo to get this website working, to get my phone. The phone would actually be cheaper in the United there than it is in the United States. The problem with American phones is they only seem to get to Canada and Mexico. It's over there. If you have a phone that you buy in Egypt, it's good all over Africa, and in Jordan, where I'll be actually in Palestine too. So I will take a flight after I leave in August 24th. I will leave August 27th, rather, from Cairo, and I will fly to Amman, Jordan, and then cross over the Jordan River into the West Bank, Palestine. And when I'm in the West Bank, Palestine, I can stay there 90 days. This is what I always had hopes to do. That's why I even started this, is to get God's coin to everybody in Jordan, but more importantly, everybody in Palestine, and more importantly, everybody in the Gaza Strip. I will get everybody in Jordan will get 2 God's coins given to them. Everybody in Palestine, which there's 5 million people in Jordan, they'll get 2 God's coins. Then there's 2.5 million people in Palestine. Those 2.5 million will get 10 God's coin. But the ones that are on the Gaza Strip, no matter who they are, the Palestinians on Gaza Strip will get 100 God's coins given to them. And then they start earning the money right away. All we got to do is try to figure a way to get them out of the Gaza Strip and into a safe area like the West Bank. But they will no longer be using the Israeli shekel. Get separated totally from the Israelis. That they're no longer a problem to the Israelis. Even if they went there to Israel, they will be superior because they will be rich. They will be able to go to the restaurants, to the stores, and it will be there. And I'm sure that Israel will be glad to take their money, because God's coin is far superior. Not God's coin, but the dinar is going to be far superior than the Israeli shekel. So the prejudice will stop with the money. The war will stop with the Hezbollah. This war will stop with Hamas. The war will stop with Jordan. Hopefully, real soon. This is what God's plan always was, and I didn't have any clue that I'd be able to stay in the West Bank for 90 days, even without a visa. This is amazing what God is doing, and it's given me a month to get my stuff together in Cairo, and it's costing me $556 for a plane ticket to get to Jordan, $215 when I get there. That's as cheap as I could stay in the United States, and so I never had to come back. As soon as I get through in November, after my 90 days in the West Bank, I will be ready to go back to Bujumbura and Burundi to be Santa Claus or Père Noël for the 170 children that want to see me. They think I'm Père Noël already. And you see, everything's going full circle. I try to get everybody in Africa to have a God's coin. Into the next during that time, just the 2 to 3 months that I have there, I'm going to try to get everybody in Africa having God's coin. That'll be a whole continent, plus Jordan, plus Palestine. Egypt's part of Africa, you know. So is Nubia, Mozambique, Bujumbura, or Burundi. Bujumbura is on the town in Burundi. Okay, so anyway, you see where I'm coming from. God made up my decision, and we will be successful because God's in front of us. And this is what God wants me to do, and it's like, my daughter, she kind of like severed all ties with me. So did my granddaughter, my grandson. They severed all ties with me. My wife did that too. She won't even answer the phone to me, my ex-wife that divorced me. So I lost all my support except for my son in America. But doesn't mean I'm going to leave them to starve or not have anything. I'll send them a great amount of money. As great amount of money as I get, treat anybody else or more. But it means that they are so against me that they be against God, or vice versa. They're so against God, they're against me. It makes no difference. My friend in California, he was felt the same way. He doesn't understand. He doesn't believe in my ministry. He doesn't believe that I do got him believing that God is actually living inside himself, but he's not ready for anything else. He's not ready to commit himself to travel. He's not committed to investing or do anything else. He simply wants to, whatever he wants to do. Like the most Americans, they don't understand what I'm doing. But when I take a whole continent down in 2 months, you'll see what I'm doing, and everybody in America needs to get God's coin before November, as many God's coin as they can before November the 17th. Then a God's coin's going to cost Americans $50,000 a piece, and who's not going to give the $50,000 a piece if that's the only place you can get it? Through my website. It's not available at the stock market. It's not going to be available in the stores. It's only available through my website. And so if they want to invest in God and be invested in God through my website, they'll have to pay the $50,000 after November. Until then, I am taking a slight risk by simply telling them that I'll pay them $50,000 per God's coin that they have before as soon as November the 17th, and I had to be ready for that. But the clue is that you guys don't know, that you should know, that I make a duplicate God's coin. For everything I get for every God's coin I sell or give away, there's a duplicate, and the duplicate comes to me as security. So as long as I don't use it, I can hand it right back. If you ask for a refund, or if you ask to withdraw, the money's there. But the problem with it is I took in $1, and then I'm saying it's going to be worth $50. So the little bit of time between there is going to be a very risky time for me. Okay, I'm going to leave you go. I got to go, and goodbye.